Software development agency told you that they can do everything, but in 6 months your product is still not working. Your product is 95% done and it's so close, but you cannot achieve this final mile. A software development agency told you that the product price would be something around $20,000, which is cheaper than anyone else. And you start working with these guys, but in 3 months they ask you to pay $5,000 more. And in 1 month the situation repeat and repeat and repeat, and you start asking yourself, what's going on? Your product is almost ready, but bug, unlimited bugs, oh my god! Common situation? Common situation? Common situation? Common situation? Hey guys, my name is Babych and I'm founder and CEO at Babych Limited, software consultancy and development. And in this video, I'd like to share with you step-by-step plan how you could avoid these problems what I mentioned above. Do you ready? Let's go! So let me tell you a real story that may happen with you. Okay, so let's say your idea is strong enough and you already know your agency who will do the execution. But let me ask you one question. Do you know how to choose your agency? It's a really tricky and complicated thing when you need to choose the right one. So your goal is to find value for money and not to pay over the nose. But let me ask you the question. Why does it happen over and over again? Let me give you a pretty standard and common situation where you have 3 different offers. The first one is from an agency who said we could do all these kind of feature and things and it would cost you around $30,000. Another agency is saying yes, we can do everything for $20,000. And it sounds interesting to you, but the last one is a freelancer who told you, hey guys, we can do everything for 10 grand. And looks like your choice is obvious here, right? But when it comes to a product release date, you start feeling that something is wrong. Your product is not ready yet. It still has some kind of bugs and issues, and you don't know what to do with that. So this situation may have 2 different scenarios. The first one, when the agency starts telling you something hey, we know about all these bugs and issues, but give us 1 or 2 weeks, perhaps months, and we will fix everything. And guess what they would say in 1 month? They would say exactly the same thing. So you would feel yourself in this infinitive loop of changes and hey, in 1 month everything would be ready. Hey, in 1 week this bug would be fixed. And it would be a really great scenario if in 6 months they would finally finish your product and you would be ready to release it. But you already lose your time and lose your money. Second, and really common scenario, that you start developing your product with an agency and in 3 months they're going back to you with whatever reason and they say something blah blah blah, because of this and blah blah blah, we just need yet another $5,000 to finish a product. And you may say perhaps it's okay, because I thought previously that it may take a bit more than they charged me, but let's say 5,000 more, it's still a good deal. But guess what would happen in 1 month? They would come to you with yet another really great idea and something it would sound we need yet another 5 grand to finish a product. And you starting asking, hey guys, wait a minute, what's going on? Why I should pay additional $5,000 for the product? And this situation would happen again and again and again and again. So what you need to do to avoid these situations? One of the most simplest things that you should know, you should do a test job with your agency, with your partner, with your freelancer, whatever. Because during the test job period, you would identify and you will learn a lot of new things about this agency or these freelancers. I remember a situation when I was trying to find a really great copywriter. So I sent 500 invitations to a different freelancers and agency. Half of them was just totally ignored, I'm not exist. There is no requests for this kind of services. Looks like they have enough jobs. Perhaps. The rest of them just send me some kind of standard proposals, something like, we can do this and it would perhaps cost you X amount of dollars. They even haven't read what I sent them in my project requirements. Only like a 5% of them just ask me like, hey, we could do a phone call and discuss your project. And when it comes to hiring a freelancers, I've hired 10 people, and imagine my disappointment when 9 of these 10 people just give me really shitty results. And I was really surprised because I created a description, I've talked with each of these persons personally and explained what they need to do. It was like, yes, it was not super simple proofreading, but it was not some kind of rocket science job. And at the end of the day, I've just only one person who have done pretty similar to what do I need to do. And it was just a few $1,000s job. And imagine what kind of risk you have when you're hiring like an agency without a test job. Next great thing which would help you to do your software development without any kind of risks, it's acceptance criteria. So this thing should be written down before you jump into any kind of software development journey with your freelancer, agency, whatever. So inside acceptance criteria, let me just give you some kind of an example. Imagine you have some kind of search functionality. So are you planning to search by title, by description, or something else? How these results should be displayed? Or what kind of sorts we would gonna have into our web page and so on. So all these things need to be identified and proved by you before you will start doing any kind of software development process. Another thing, it's a fixed price contract. So who should take the risks? You or a software development agency? Looks like it's an obvious answer, but no, it's not. You always have the same problem, because like you're trying to hire somebody by milestone, by hourly rate, and so on. Imagine that in this situation they don't have enough motivation to give you the whole result upfront, or just like for them it's just an easy way to charge you each month and say like, a project would be ready in 1 month, in 1 month, in 1 month. Do you need that? All you need to do is put yourself in an advanced position. So you wouldn't gonna pay for their mistakes, problems, and any other things. And the last thing is that you should do an MVP first, minimum viable product, proof of concept of your idea. Because in your situation, less features means like less bugs, less issues, but like one of the things what you should know, you should just prove your idea and release it as soon as possible to the market, to get a market feedback, to implement the most important part. So minimum viable product, it's your friend here. Okay, I know that you may have a really unique situation, so drop your thoughts in a comment down below so I could help you. Don't forget to click like, subscribe on the channel, hit this ring bell button, because these things would help me and my YouTube algorithms to do the magic. Wait a minute, do you know how to identify your idea? Do you know how to do a stress test of your idea? If not, please stop this video and watch this one, another video, where I explain how crucially important is to identify your business idea and why you need to do this first before you will move forward. Seriously, because without this step, you would not be able to move forward really easily and properly. So guys, thank you for watching this video. See ya.